host back here on the Bossman Show. We're joined by the North Dakota State Bison head coach David Richmond on the Bossman Show. Coach, how are things up there in North Dakota, man?
Hey, things are great. How could they not be? It's March, and we're in the NCAA tournament, and excited to be a part of this great event, something that, you always dream about. And for us, we've been really fortunate, JR, to be in this event now 4 years in our first 11 years of eligibility. So pretty darn neat deal.
Yes, indeed, Coach. It's the first time you've been in since 2015. Out of the Summit League, which is a tough league, Coach. I mean, usually you have South Dakota State in there. You got also have South Dakota's always tough. Omaha was tough who you beat. Fort Wayne's. I mean, from top to bottom, even in Denver, it can give you a hard night because Coach Bills has those guys playing well too. So talk about the league as a whole, Coach. Come out, Summit League, a league I kind of out there in the Midwest there, but tough basketball every night out there in the Summit League.
I really appreciate you bringing that up. I think the Summer League is a really underrated league in all of college basketball, let alone mid-major basketball. You look at the RPIs lately, in the last 2, 3, 4 years, we've been creeping up into that 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-ish area right in there. It's a really good brand of basketball. You got a guy like Mike Dahlm, who's an all-time leading scorer in the history of college basketball. John Conchar at Fort Wayne is a really underrated guy that should be all over some NBA radars. There's really good players. There's really coaches and administrations and leadership and really investing into the basketball programs. You're seeing new facilities. We've been fortunate enough to be part of that as well. And Tom Duple and the staff in the Summer League, deserve a lot of credit to our event, JR, in Sioux Falls, where our Summer League tournament is unbelievable. It's a beautiful venue. They take great care of us, and it's what mid-major basketball is all about.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And I see it all the time when I watch you guys on ESPN3 because I've been covering your league for a long time, Coach. And I tell you what, you guys, they do a great job with Summer League, and you all got good with access to the coaches and the teams. So the Summer League, to me, is an all-world mid-major league that people should pay more attention to always, all year long.
No, we appreciate that. And again, I think that's what we know what we have, right? And we get to experience so many of these great things all throughout the year. So when you make the national tournament and you can create that national brand and exposure, not only for your program and your university, but for the league and your community and all those things. And that's what makes the NCAA tournament part of it so special.
And, Coach, what does this mean for you and the community up there in North Dakota and the university? Because I can only imagine how excited the fans are, how the community is so excited about what you guys are doing. Plus, you also won in football as well, so you all have been a lot of winning up North Dakota State there. So, how has it been for the fan support up there these past few months, Coach?
Yeah, it's been really cool, JR, and I think like yesterday was a great example of that. Our marketing staff, really quickly since the championship last Tuesday, almost a week ago now, tomorrow night, put together a great event. We had a selection show deal last night and had about 400 or 500 fans come, and our guys did a tremendous autograph and pictures. And again, I think what we have is we don't have a professional team. So the closest thing to us is the Minneapolis market. So the Timberwolves, the Vikings, the Twins, the Wild, and so forth. And so we are a really big show. And fortunately, our fans, Bison Nation comes out and supports us. They take great care of us. They give us the resources to be successful. Again, this is our way of returning that favor and continue to give them something to be proud of. I think that if you look at our product, we're a very tough-minded, together group, and I think that's what reflects the Red River Valley, the Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo communities as well.
And, Coach, 18-win season, Coach, first of all, it tells me that you're doing a great job. 18 wins are 18 wins. That means you're getting a lot of stuff done. So talk about your staff and your players, how they bought into your system all these years, and how you set those guys up starting in April to this point to get here a year later to where you are today.
Yeah, and again, I think that's the big thing. If you look at our roster, we don't have a senior on the roster. And we also played the 30th toughest non-conference schedule. And then we threw in a couple of our key guys that were out for about 10 or 11 games. So the combination of the inexperience, the injuries, and the toughness of our schedule, we didn't start very good. And you can go back and see that, and it was evident by our 2-7 start. But so much credit to our staff for staying positive, for staying consistent, staying the course, and then more so than anything, our student athletes. And, I am extremely, extremely blessed to work with 14 great guys that don't like each other. They love each other, and they got no problem saying that L word. And for them, through the toughness of the start, through the injuries and all that, stick together and to a coach and a staff's vision, it's a really neat deal. And that's where I'm just so happy that our guys get rewarded on the backside of all that and get to experience these things and compete against the best in the country.
Now, Coach, no, it probably won't be in a play-in game, but the thing about it is you have a lot of eyeballs watching North Dakota State play North Carolina Central, which means it will help you in recruiting down the road and getting guys to say, hey, those guys win, and some league's not a bad league at all. So I feel like it's going to help you in recruiting. So how you feel about that, the recruiting piece, that be on TV for the whole nation to see you, and just the fact that, that your guys get to go experience Dayton, that play-in game feel, playing a team that's kind of on your level to a degree there, so you opportunity to get a win to play the number one seed there.
Yeah, and I think that was a little bit of the narrative going around a little bit. Oh, you guys don't want the playing game. No. That's not the case. We're excited to be dancing, and I know it's in Dayton for a reason. They do a great job with the fan support, the people that come out, and you're right to your point. I mean, we're going to be the only show on the NCAA tournament on Wednesday night, and that's a really, really cool deal for us. And as far as the recruiting piece and the national exposure, if you look at our roster, primarily it's made up of upper Midwest kids that have a pretty good understanding on the front side of what North Dakota State, men's basketball is all about. But anytime we can put ourselves in our brand on the scale, obviously we're going to take full.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, I also want to talk to you about this in the matchup with North Carolina Central. Coach Moten does a great job of those guys out at the MEAC conference, so he always poses a tough threat. He always a tough out for anybody he plays. So how you feeling about the matchup with those guys that come out of Durham, North Carolina, when you may have to play Duke after you play them on the Durham team if you beat those guys?
Yeah. That program's been in play tournament for the last 6 years, I believe, and this is their third straight. And I mean, you can see, this is a really, really well-coached team, and they play with great discipline on defense as far as how they lock in, and then they force you into the top. They play a lot similar to we do, and the fact is they're going to make you earn it. But, for us offensively, for them defensively, they got some real and you look at what wins this time of year. It's being able to execute in the half court offensively and being able to get stops, and they do those things at such a high level. And the other thing too is they rebound the basketball. And it's something that we haven't done very well this year, and so that's going to certainly be a big point of emphasis too. And it's like anything, JR. I mean, you're playing in March. These are going to be very well coached, very talented teams, and it's going to be who can come down to make some winning.
Yes, you got that right, Coach. So one I got for you, Coach, this at the mid-major level, Coach, I feel like player development is something so key to your success. So I want you to kind of get your feel on how do you go about developing your players mentally, emotionally, and physically to become the best players you need them to be when they're juniors, and then come next year be seniors and sophomores, move up the ranks. So how do you all set that play out to make sure your guys grow as people and players when they're inside of your program?
Absolute question, and I think that's what we pride ourselves in, and hopefully we are about. When you look at successful mid-major basketball teams, to me it's development based on retention. When you can keep young men in your program rounding into that 2.5-year mark, third year, fourth year, and in some cases with the fifth-year senior, that's when you got something special. And we really pride ourselves that we've had 3 Summit League players that came in a total of combined 1 other scholarship offer. And so that tells you that, we were able to, as a staff, see something in these young men as far as certainly they got a level of talent, but the right talent, the talent that's willing to buy in, the talent that's willing to work hard, the talent that's willing to continue to show up and stick around. And then as you round in and you buy into the process, you start to see the results from the backside. And I absolutely love that piece of players. It's as young men, it's as students, and a big piece of who we are is about the right guys. And the right guys do the right thing in life. The right guys do the right thing in the classroom. And the right guys also set their jaw and they tee it up when there's 40 minutes on the clock as well. And when you're able to experience the growth and have those guys stick around for multiple years, it's a really, really rewarding deal when it pays off, and it was something like it does when you go to the NCAA tournament like we're fortunate to do this year.
Well, Coach, I'll definitely be watching on Wednesday night against you and North Carolina Central. I hope you guys get the job done, man. Hope to talk to you again down the road, Coach. When you get kind of recruiting season, hope to talk to you then, man. You've been great to have you on the show. Look forward to talking to you many more times, Coach, and in the future, man.
Hey, you know how to get a hold of us. We appreciate you having us on, and we'd love to be around in the future going forward.
All right, Coach Richmond, have a great trip, man. So talk to you real soon, buddy.
Appreciate you. All the best to you and your listeners.
All right, folks, it's David Richmond here on the Bossman Show.
Till the tears run down from my eyes, Lord, somebody, ooh, somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love?
Alexa, play hits from Queen.
Okay.
Somebody to love.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
All right, folks, back here at Gerald the Bossman Show. We have a special guest for you. The Ohio Bobcats' new head coach, Jeff Bowles, is back at his alma mater. Coach Bowles, I know he's loving life, babe, being back there in Athens, Ohio, where you know it's oh so well.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach, you was doing something great up there at Stony Brook, and you decided to go back to your alma mater. I know that was really probably a tough thing to do for you, but I know being back at your alma mater is something that you probably want to go back to, a job you would leave for. So let's talk to us about going back to Athens and leading the Bobcats here going forward, Coach.
Yeah, it was a tough decision just because I had a great situation at Stony Brook. They gave me an opportunity and believed in me from the start, and we had a great year. We finished 24-8 in the regular season. And, most wins in regular season wins in school history, SEC win over South Carolina. We had one senior leaving and everyone else coming back and transfer sitting out. So, we knew we were going to have a really good team coming back. But, I've always dreamt about being the head coach at Ohio University. And, timing, it's all about timing. And it came open and was fortunate enough to be offered the job. And it's a dream come true.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And like you kind of mentioned, you was building a program at Stony Brook, and I feel like at Ohio, alma mater, you're going to keep what you did at Stony Brook because your first year you got 18 wins your first year. Last year a little bit down, but this year it's 24 wins again this year. You had all those guys coming back next year. You had the roster way where you wanted it. So as you move here to Ohio, how you going to attack this program up here in year one and on down the road here?
Yeah, I think, same way, come in and try to find high character young men, love the game, is serious about earning their degree. And anytime you come in with a new coach, there's going to be some fragility and there'll be some turnover and guys leaving. That's kind of the nature of the deal. But, I really believe we have great resources. It's a beautiful college town and campus. And, really look forward to recruiting. There's a lot of great players in the state of Ohio, so we're going to target that first and work our way out.
Yes, indeed. And so, Coach, let me ask you about recruiting. Will you be more national now, being here in Ohio? Kind of been more in the middle of the country here. You can get guys from Chicago, go out to Minnesota way, go St. Louis, Indiana, even come down to Atlanta, or go out Texas way where you're located. So you have resources to kind of go get any guy you want now. Is that right, Coach?
Yeah, a lot of times recruiting's built on the relationships you build over your career. And, a lot of times people want to go with someone they trust and they know and that know they'll take care of them. And there's such a great, product in the state of Ohio. There's so many Division I players. And the big thing is, starting there, Columbus, Cincinnati, Toledo, Canton, Cleveland, just so many good players. So, we're going to really do our due diligence in Ohio and get around and try to get as many people as we can to campus.
Yes, indeed. And, Coach, what do you feel will be the biggest adjustment for you going from the America East back into the MAC, one of the best major conferences in America, if you ask me?
Yeah, I think, just coming back and getting the feel, it'll be new sky reports, new travel, and obviously I've been to these arenas before, but just getting the familiarity with who's in the league and different styles of play. So that always takes some time once you go through it one time and go into the second round of the league play.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, I know also about the MAC is this, that, like you said, it's some great coaches in the MAC. Buffalo had a great year this year. So did Coach Huger at Bowling Green, Coach Kowalczyk down there. The league is full of great coaches and great teams. So I know you're happy to be a part of that great group of coaches and great teams in the MAC here.
Yeah, you look at what Buffalo's done the last few years. I mean, they've had a phenomenal run. Hopefully they win today. And, I just think that elevates the league and, elevates the recruiting and perception. So, it's, top to bottom, you got to bring your A game every night. And if you don't, home or away, you have a good chance to lose.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, the currently guys on your roster now, I know you're probably trying to recruit guys on your roster now, get them a feel for you, get them to trust you, keep as many guys as you can from leaving the program. So how's their recruiting of the guys on your roster going so far? I know you've only been there a few days, but I know trying to get used to the guys, get a feel for you and get a feel for them there.
Yeah, like I said, anytime there's a turnover in coaching staff, those other guys have relationships with the previous staff, and there's a little bit of blind trust involved. There's an earned trust involved, and it's for some it's a new opportunity. And like I said, there'll be some attrition at certain points, but the big thing is you want guys who want to be there for the right reasons, that are 2 feet in, and want to help build this thing back into a championship program.
Now, I do feel it's good for you, Coach. You got the job so early. It gives you time doing workouts for the guys who stay, implement your system, implement things you want to kind of emphasize with the team going forward. I feel like with that getting in so early, you have a chance to do that now.
Yeah, the timing, it was tough because we had a CBI game against South Florida. I didn't coach that, but you get a head start on recruiting. With the turnover in the coaching world that's going on right now. You get a chance to work with your guys for about 4 weeks before finals start up. And, the big thing is just build a relationship and a bond, with the team that you have on campus.
Now, Coach, I know you guys get 4 hours now from what the rule increase is, the 4 hours. I feel that'll help you out a lot as well. Do you feel like they should give you guys more time than for the 4 hours they give you? I feel like you guys should have, obviously 8 hours a week could be good for you guys, or 6 even, but 4 is better than 2, which it was.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the more you can get on the floor with them, the better, especially now. Like I said, it's a learning process. For them, it's a learning process for us. And, you just really want to build that rapport and, show those guys that you're there for them, you're going to work, and you're going to be in the trenches with them.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, this year they introduced this new ranking of teams, this net ranking. They kind of got rid of the RPI. So I know your conference really doesn't, America East really hadn't have anything to do with that per se for at-large bids. But did you like how they did the quadrants this year? Did you like how they kind of worked this year better than previous years with the RPI and all those things?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, once you analyze really how it affected the tournament, process picking teams and when they announced it, teams had already set their schedules. So it'll be interesting to see kind of looking what they're looking for, really, really how it affected everything, and then try to maybe build a schedule to get an at-large bid. I think if Buffalo had not won the tournament, they would have got one this year. But, you definitely have to win games to help yourself out.
And now, Coach, let me ask you this. In the MAC, do you have to buy games or play those guarantee games in the MAC like you would do with Stony Brook, or you can pretty much play whoever now?
You gotta, obviously be selective with who you play, depending on the team. But, we're able to buy some games. We'll play a couple guarantee games as well to help with that budget and buying games. But, the more home games you have, the better off you're going to be. And that's what all the Power 5 teams do.
Yeah, I think with you being the MAC, you can easily schedules like your old job of Ohio State, all the teams, like you said, all those teams, D1 teams right there in the state that you probably can build rivalries with those teams and have a non-conference schedule based off of those teams and still have a great net ranking, in my opinion, Coach.
Yeah, and I think, with the way the MAC does it, they give you a certain amount of home games, neutral games you got to play. And, when you do that, your efficiency is probably going to be up playing at home. You'll probably have a better chance of winning. And, when you win, it just helps everything out.
You got there right there, Coach. I've been watching the NIT a little bit as well. You know, some of the rules they got put in there with the resetting of the files at 10 minutes. So, are you thinking we're moving close to maybe a 4 quarters with doing or the resetting within 10 minutes of each half? You think we're near some rule changes now that they're experimenting in that NIT there?
Yeah, I think we're getting closer to it. I don't know if it'll happen in the next year or two, but it's really the only organized basketball men's college that doesn't have a quarter system. FIBA does, NBA, women's basketball. So, the men's team and league is the only one that has the have. So it'll be interesting to see where it transpires. But I don't see anything changing next year or two.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for your time today, buddy. We'll be definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys do at Ohio. We'll be looking forward for you again sometime in the fall, Coach.
I appreciate you.
All right, folks, that's Jeff Bowles on the Bossman Show.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show, Boss and Bone segment, the Boss Report. Bone, I know you're happy to hear about the all-Florida Boss Report today, Bone.
Oh, yeah, right. I can't wait, man. It's been a minute.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. Well, I'm starting off with the words first, brother. Florida man is arrested after stone cold stunning his co-worker for giving his wife a hug in the office, touching her butt. Then the co-worker, who he stone cold stuns, collecting dismembers his Johnson with a machete.
Ooh. So not only did the guy watch his wife get ass assaulted, then he got his junk cut off too?
Yes. After hitting him with a stunner.
That's a bad day at work, man. I mean, it's like, but when you go ahead and see your wife getting accosted, and they try to defend their honor, and they get your junk cut off. So now, does the wife stay with him?
Yeah. Ooh-wee. I don't know. And see, that's the thing I'm worried about, Bone. Working at the same job as your wife. Wouldn't they get still after a while?
Yeah, first of all, they always recommend don't do that, first of all. And then second of all, like, now that he defended her honor, but now he has no way to, to use his stuff anymore. So, like, there's almost a point on that.
Exactly. And once again.
I want to know how he knows that was the ending. That would be the ending to what he was trying to do as a chivalrous act. When he had stepped in, how he knows that the end result would be his Johnson removed.
Hey, well, I ain't gonna lie. I would have just been like, look, she's gonna come home to me, maybe. Now, that's just basically being a Monday morning quarterback. But the fighting me, I would have fought him. But I would have thought I would lose my junk to a machete cutting off.
Yeah, I just say, like, I would protect my wife also. Of course I would. But if I know that in hindsight or looking forward, if I get in a time machine to see, hey, if I defend her honor, I'm going to get my junk cut off as a result, I might think twice, though.
Yeah, once again, Bone, this is my biggest question. How did he cut his junk off? Did he pin him down and do it? How do you get that close? I see with a machete, right. I'm going to duck and dodge or bail and try to throw a chair at you or something. So did you accost him and get him down, pin him down, and could you sawed him off?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how he even got to the point where he could get it cut off in the first place. But that's something like ninja stuff right there, to be able to cut off a Roman Johnson like so. Wait.
And you have a machete just laying around in your expedition to be got.
Oh yeah, you know the dude's already crazy already. If you bring a machete to your office, you know you're already crazy.
Exactly. And this happened in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, Tampa. I tell you what, and my stepdad's in Tampa now, in Tampa. He's in a section of Tampa called Plant City. So I'm going to have to call him after this broadcast and say, hey, man, what's going on down there?
Yeah, y'all tripping down there, man. Like, for real?
Yeah, y'all are really wilding down there.
Exactly. And get this. Florida man arrested after sticking meth up a woman's big old booty he saw at the hospital. He was visiting his grandfather. He saw with a big old booty. He wanted to stick some meth up her candy ass.
Wait, was she a patient?
No, she was just a random hospital person going to visit somebody, and he saw her rotund bottom, and he wanted to stick some meth up her candy ass.
Oh my goodness! He stuck what up her ass?
Some meth.
Meth. What can that do to it? Well, I'm not big on drugs. I don't know what that does. But what does that do to you? To a big old booty?
Does it make it grows and make it supersize? I have no idea. I'm as perplexed as you are.
Yeah, is it like fertilizer and it go bigger? Like what is the end game for that? I don't know.
Yeah, that one right there is a little bit rough on me.
My goodness, Florida.
Only in Florida. A Florida man beats up a high school janitor with a golf cart battery. He carjacks a kid's mom from picking up her kid from school, and then runs over a bus driver and throws egg whites at him on the way down the road.
That's a lot. That's a lot of different levels of craziness. So wait, the first part was he did what? He stole a golf cart?
Yeah, he beat up a janitor with a golf cart battery.
Golf cart battery.
Carjacks a mom, throws her out of the car, Grand Theft Auto style, leaves the kids in the car, runs over a bus driver, throws egg whites at people as he passes by people who's mowing down with this van and he carjacked.
What does the egg whites have to do with this whole scenario? Like the card, like the battery part, okay, the kidnap thing. You know, he ran it over, but what did egg whites have to do with this story at all?
Exactly.
After all that I mentioned, I want to know, what does egg whites have to do with egg games? Just throw egg whites at people.
Shout out to Clearwater, Florida for this story. So Clearwater down there tripping too, I see. Get this. Florida man hits pregnant girlfriend with a bag of Tostitos for showing a random Big Lots customer her belly.
Her belly?
Yeah, she shows some woman her belly in Big Lots, and he hit her with the head with some Tostitos for it.
Is that really assault though? I mean, it's torpedo chips. Like, is that what I need? I guess it's still assault, but like, if you're a cop writing a report, are you ashamed of what like your job has come down to? You're filling a police report about assault with torpedoes.
Exactly, that's my thing. Why are you showing random belly to a random woman in the Big Lots? First of all, why is that even going on? Secondly, why are you throwing chips because of it, sir? I don't know what egregious thing was she doing. Now, is it weird? Or is it something I wouldn't recommend doing? Yeah, but it's not an assaultable offense.
Yeah, it's hella weird. I mean, unless you're pregnant and maybe showing, you know, like her belly off, maybe I would get that. But just walk around and show your tummy to strangers, that is weird. But like you said, I don't think the punishment is a crime. The fact that you hit with a bag of the Vito's and they get the cops involved in that taking a little too far, I think.
Yes, indeed. Florida man was seen stealing multiple bras of Victoria's Secret that he left his secretions on in Vero Beach, Florida.
Like, in case you hear me the first time, like, what are you doing? Like, he had the secretions, like, he did that stuff in the mall, and then, like, took them with him, like...
Yes, like, why?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't anyone on staff to see the first time. To see the fact that he had secretions to give out, wasn't anyone there as a worker to see this is going on?
You would think, right?
Yeah, like, because I've been at Vicky's Secrets, you know, I bought things for the wife and stuff, so I know that it's always crowded, and it's always fully staffed, so, like, who's not seeing this?
Unless they was all enjoying the show, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they're too busy having their phones out. I don't know. You know how it is these days. Maybe they have their phones out. Like, man, I ain't calling out for this. I should watch the show.
Yes, indeed. Get this. Florida porn store manager Sponge is suing former employee named Spice, stealing his sex tape he made at one of the private peekaboo portals.
Wait, there's a dude named Spice?
Sponge, the former employee named Spice. She stole his sex tape of him making it a sex tape in one of the private peekaboo portals, which is
interesting. I mean, look at the establishment you're running, sir. Like, don't you think you're going to be some miscreants in that place, either customers or workers? Don't you know your environment? I mean, so why are you getting upset, man?
I don't get it, man.
He knows the clientele that's there and the workers who work there. He just knows that already. It's coming. Say literally.
Exactly. And we got this. Florida man disguised as Spider-Man steals liquor and cigarettes from a local corner store.
That's probably the least weirdest story so far tonight. And because it sounds like New York. It sounds something that happened in New York, honestly. Like some dude in Avengers uniform going robbing things. That sounds like such a New York thing. But you know what? It's Florida, so to them, it's probably like a Thursday. It's just Thursday to them.
Exactly. Get this. Florida man arrested after pulling down co-worker's pants and dancing his bare penis behind her rotund caboose and getting his freak on and shake on in the middle of the workplace office.
Man. I don't know what you even think about that. That's ass off. You know what I'm saying?
You just gonna go up and pull out her pants, start dancing and gyrating like, what? What's wrong with you?
And were the pants already loosened? Because didn't Bob and the other cubicle see this happen ahead of time and could have stopped this from happening?
You would
right? If you work in the cubicle in the office, I mean, unless the guy's pants are already too much untied and almost down by his side, who's not seeing? Again, who is not seeing this stuff? I don't understand. Where are people? Where are people these days?
Man, I don't know what's going on in South Florida. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm perplexed.
He's doing this, does he think, I'm going to do this to Susie and we'll turn her on? Like, what is he thinking?
Invite her to lunch. How about this? Invite her out for drinks after work or something. Then you can see if you can get her. You just can't go with her in her cubicle and just pull down her pants and die.
Yeah. Homeboy just get first, second, and third base. He was trying to score from home already. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, at least try to ask her out first. Come on, have a common sense. Do you really think that's going to work? Really?
I mean, you pulling her pants out in the office place in front of everybody. And you just stand back behind her getting your like, oh yeah, go turning, west side of, whatever song it is, you in your head in your head. No, man, that ain't going to work, player.
Really, because even the biggest thought in the world is not going to say, ooh, this is a turn on for me. Go ahead, Bob, do your thing. Nah, that's not happening.
Man, we got 2 more to go, Bone. Florida woman arrested after beating hair salon stylist down with the daggum blow dry from the bathroom and pooping in the floor for messing up her hair.
So she beat her down with the hairdryer?
No, the bathroom, them little automatic blowers in the bathroom, whatever they call.
Oh, yeah, wow.
She put out the wall.
Aren't they already on the wall? How strong is she?
Yeah, to pull out the wall and come in and knock the woman out of the head, give her a concussion, and then poop on her.
That's, you know what? Of all those things, to get pooped on or hit with a blowing iron in the wall, I will take getting knocked out by that wall you did. To get pooped on, man, oh my goodness, that's like injury insult, man.
Yeah, terrible. And finally, we got for you is this. Florida man arrested just 2 weeks after becoming mayor of a Florida town, replacing the other man that was arrested on sex trafficking charges and a weed charge of having weed to distribute out of the mayor's office.
Out of mayor's office?
Yeah, the mayor got replaced. Another mayor, replacement mayor, got arrested too for beating somebody down.
Huh. That is a gangster office right there. That means that when you got two, you say two mayors that got it?
Yeah, 2 mayors.
2 mayors. So the third one must. Oh man, he must be a thug. Like the first 2 mayors are already gone, huh? Then the third one comes in. That office there is probably had the best holiday. It's probably the best holiday parties out there, man. That office.
Only in Florida, man. Only in Florida. Bone, we coming in the Boss Report this week. What is your thoughts on this week's report, man?
Yeah, I'm still torn on that poor homie that he defended his wife's honor and only to lose his honor. So that hurts, man. That's like to watch his wife get accosted and then to have his junk accosted. That's a bad day at work, man.
Yeah, next time don't work where your wife works.
Yeah, that's another thing. Don't work with a wife because you know what? There's nothing good comes out of that. Nothing good comes out of that, really. But think about it. There's so many different. There's more bad to go with that than good. Think about it.
Yeah, because there's never no break, and anything you do is scrutinized.
Yeah, anything you do scrutinized. If you say like hello to a pretty coworker, oh, why you did that? You know, there's all kinds of drama. Or we get divorced. Now it's really awkward in the office. Like, yeah, there's so many reasons to not do it.
Yeah, if you meet a girl at work, one of you should work somewhere else eventually. If you're gonna make it work.
Yeah, to make it work. Yeah, because like I said, at the least, you guys might get tired of each other every day at work and then at home. So it might run dry eventually. But at the worst, like I said, it could be divorce. You could have a bad breakup. You have a jealous partner, or you get your junk cut off in the middle of the office.
Or you get fired and they go to HR and say you harassed them.
Yeah, that's it.
You end badly one of those different ways. So, folks, that's the Boss Report this week with Boss and Bone here on the Boss Man Show. We'll catch you next week. Every week, Boss and Bone Show. Even though a coach in the NBA doesn't like it, we'll be back next week. All right, we are out.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know.